Today is Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, and this is episode number 1 of Vinyl for Sale, a new show here on the NTX Vinyl YouTube channel. Very excited to show you this new format. I'm going to be talking about records as I always do, but this time I'm actually going to be selling you records. We've got stuff coming up from Soundgarden, Metallica, Black Sabbath, Jane's Addiction, Fleetwood Mac, Stone Temple Pilots, Tom Petty, and tons more. Stick around after the break. I'm going to tell you how this is going to work. It's going to be really easy on the inaugural episode of Vinyl for Sale. My name is G.I. Sanders from NTX Vinyl, a small chain of independent shops in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you're not local, but you are in the U.S., you can shop online at ntxvinyl.com, and would love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. All right, we will get to the records as soon as possible, but first I have to let you know how this is going to work. As mentioned, it is very simple. The first 2 things you need to know before you watch any further. You cannot buy any of these records unless you are in the U.S. We only ship to the United States. Apologize to everyone outside the United States. We are hoping to fix that at some point in the future, but we're not there yet. So U.S. shipping only. It is $6 regardless of how many albums you purchase. So if you're going to choose shipping, it's $6 regardless if you choose 1 album or if you want 5 albums, it doesn't matter. $6 unlimited shipping within the US. That is USPS Media Mail. The second thing you have to know in order to purchase these albums besides being in the United States is you have to do it via PayPal. No Venmo, no Zelle, no Cash App, no other options. PayPal only. If you don't have a PayPal account, they're free. You can get one. If you refuse to use PayPal, I'm sorry. That's the only way we're going to do this. So US only, PayPal only. That's most important. The third thing is how you're going to actually purchase these, right? So it's going to be very simple. You can go to ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. That's ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. On that page, there is a form where you will fill out your information, including the albums that you want to claim. Now, some of these albums, I may only have 1 or 2 copies. Some of these albums, I may have 10 copies. So get your claim in sooner than later because that's going to give you the best chance of getting the albums you want. We will go in priority order based on when the claims come in. So we will process these the next morning and we will send you a PayPal invoice. So you do not need to contact us. You do not need to send us payment until that invoice is received via PayPal. To that note, if you have any questions, the best way to contact us is to send us an email. orders@ntxvinyl.com is the email. orders@ntxvinyl.com if you have any questions. But like I said, all you have to do is go to the link, ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale, put in the claim that you want. On that page, you will see the form where you will fill in all of your information, obviously your shipping information, as well as your PayPal email address. If you are local, you can certainly choose local pickup. That is awesome, and that is obviously free. We will be in touch, like I said, within 24 hours with a PayPal invoice. So just keep an eye out for that, and that's how you will get to purchase these albums. So that's pretty much it. The last thing I will mention is this week's special. Every time we do this, we're going to do a special. It might be a sale, it might be a deal, it might be an offer. If you purchase $100 or more before tax and shipping, you will get 20% off. So not $90, not $95, not $99. If you hit $100 before tax and shipping, it doesn't matter if that's 2, 3, 4, 5 albums, $100 or more, you get 20% off your entire order. So that's this week's offer. That's very important. The other thing that's cool about this is we're going to always do some sort of giveaway for everyone who purchases. So for everyone who purchases this week, you're going to be automatically entered to win a $50 gift card to our online shop. That's our online shop only. So even if you're local, you can purchase online and choose local pickup, right? But for most people, if you're not local to our physical locations, that $50 gift card will be good in our online store for anything we offer. So again, that's going to be a raffle that we do. You'll be randomly drawn. So everyone who purchases will be entered to win that. We will announce it the following day and announce it on our social media channels, including YouTube, and contact the owner via email, obviously. So not only do we get 20% off if you purchase $100 or more, you're also entered to win that $50 gift card. Let's get to the records. These all have the list prices on them. So you're getting, again, if you purchase just 1 or 2 albums and you don't hit that $100 limit, you're going to pay the list price. If you go over $100 total before tax and shipping, you get the 20% off. Let's get to it. First and foremost, we have got a great album by The Cult. This is Sonic Temple. This is the 30th anniversary. The list price is $40 on Sonic Temple. Before I go any further, I just want to mention that everything we have for this episode of Vinyl for Sale are all new records. These are all new, sealed, and in most cases reissues, but I'll try and talk through any that aren't, right? This is a perfect example of that. This is the 30th anniversary edition of Sonic Temple. Like I mentioned, this is a reissue, a double LP. $40 is the price on Sonic Temple. Next up, we have got Zombie Live, $30. This is first time on vinyl, double LP, kind of a best of live Rob Zombie and White Zombie compilation. It's got some of his solo stuff, but a ton of stuff from White Zombie, of course, as well. So if you're a White Zombie fan, pretty unique album. Again, first time on vinyl, $30 on Zombie Live. Next up, we have got Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. The list price is $35 on Master of Reality. 180 gram vinyl. If you don't know this album, classic heavy rock / metal album. Into the Void is my favorite track on this record. Awesome. This is this does have the embossed cover reissue. I believe this is a 2015 EU, so European reissue. Next up, a classic early 90s punk record, Green Day's Dookie. $25 on Green Day's Dookie. This featured a ton of hits. This is when the band really broke mainstream. Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case, She, When I Come Around. So a bunch of big hits on Green Day's Dookie for $25. That's a recent reissue. Also recently reissued is the Counting Crows, August and Everything After. $40 on the Counting Crows, August and Everything After. This is not an Analog Productions reissue. This is a standard reissue, double LP, 2016 US version. Does have manufactured in Poland on the back. That's not unique. A lot of the US pressings are actually pressed overseas, believe it or not. So $40 on August and Everything After. So again, when you go to claim these albums, make sure you're specific about the album you want. You don't have to type it all out, but if you're just going to say The Cult, Sonic Temple, that's fine. Or if you want to say Counting Crows, August, that's fine. Most importantly is if there are multiple albums in here from the same artist, you do need to specify, and we've got an example of that coming up right here. So we have got 2 albums from Stone Temple Pilots. They are both $40 each. We have got Core, which is the red and black splatter version, originally at Walmart, comes in and out of stock right now, not in stock, and they were made available to independent retailers, believe it or not, even though it's a Walmart release. $40 on Core, that's the red and black splatter vinyl, and also $40 on the number 4, which is featuring Down, Sour Girl, Atlanta is a great song, really cool album, kind of underrated. And then Core obviously features Sex Type Thing and Creep and Plush, their debut album. So $40 on both the Stone Temple Pilots records, $40 each. So if you want either of these, make sure and specify on the form whether you want Core or 4. Don't just put Stone Temple Pilots or we won't know which one you're talking about. Moving right along, we have got Muse, Black Holes and Revelations, $25 on Muse. Love this record. This features Starlight, Supermassive Black Hole, Invincible, Knights of Sidonia. Really cool record if you're into Muse. I would highly recommend checking it out if you haven't heard that record. $25 on Muse. Portishead, Dummy, $30 on Portishead, Dummy. This is a cool record. I've started to kind of get into this recently. Never listened to it back in the day when it came out, but if you're a Portishead fan, this is a must-have. $30 on Portishead, Dummy. Next up, we've got The Head and the Heart, $30 on this album. This is self-titled, I believe. Yeah, self-titled record. Love the song "Down in the Valley." That's probably the first song that got me into the band. But there's a really great. This is a really great record from front to back. Check it out. Kind of an indie vibe, folksy type of vibe. Very good songwriters. $30 on Head and Heart, self-titled. Next up, we have the late great Taylor Hawkins and the Coattail Riders. $25. This is "Get the Money." This features everyone, obviously Chris Chaney, Dave Grohl, you've got Pat Smear, Roger Taylor, just a Duff McKagan, a who's who of guest stars on Taylor Hawkins' solo record, which is really, really cool. So 25 on Taylor Hawkins. Soundgarden, this is King Animal, $35 on King Animal. This is black vinyl. I'll obviously specify if anything color vinyl, otherwise assume it's black. This is a really underrated record in my opinion. Came out originally 2012 after a long breakup and hiatus. If you're a Soundgarden fan and you're not familiar with this record, I would highly recommend checking it out. My favorite tracks off this: Non-State Actor, By Crooked Steps is incredible. Blood on the Valley Floor. I really like the last track, Rowing. Tari is a cool song, so really cool artwork too. $35 on King Animal by Soundgarden. All right, also $35. Jane's Addiction's classic. This is the 30th anniversary edition of Ritual de la Habitual. This is on clear pearl vinyl. Really great pressing, double LP. Been Caught Stealing, 3 Days, Stop, Classic Girl, just iconic alternative rock album. $35. This is the recent reissue that Rhino put out, I believe in 2021, if I'm correct. So $35 on Jane's Addiction. All right, also recently reissued. This is Candlebox's debut album, $45. This is the Music on Vinyl pressing. This is on silver vinyl, double LP. This features their breakthrough Change, as well as Far Behind and Cover Me. A bunch of big singles on this from the early 90s. Originally came out in 93. Again, this is on Music on Vinyl, silver vinyl pressing, $45 on Candlebox. Just to reiterate, if you're watching or you just tuned in or you scrub through, ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. That's where you go to claim these albums. This sale will pretty much be live for about 24 hours, and then we'll be closing it down. So if you're watching this way past the original air date, you're not going to be able to grab any of these most likely. Moving right along, this is the Cranberries' recent release, Remembering Dolores. This was a Record Store Day release from just a couple months back. This is $40 for Remembering Dolores. This has got, don't see any of the big hits on this one, but if you're a fan, this is pretty sought after release. Really cool artwork, double LP. And again, this was so it says, a collection of songs chosen by the band members, family, and other collaborators for the memories they evoke of Dolores. So cool release. Honoring her passing. All right, next up, we've got a classic album by the Allman Brothers. $40 for Eat a Peach. This is limited edition of 500 copies. It is not numbered. Limited edition of 500. Comes on pink vinyl and blue vinyl. I believe this is an overseas pressing. Comes from Europe of their classic 1974 release. At least that's what it says on the back. Eat a Peach, definitely my favorite Allman Brothers record. I love that album. $40 on Eat a Peach. Blink-182, Buddha. This is limited edition on blue, red, and yellow stripe vinyl. $40. This is, I believe, a compilation of their early demos. The very first full-length, digitally remixed and remastered. Oh, so this is the very first full-length album by Blink-182. That's pretty cool. Looks like it originally came out in 95, I think. So there you go. Pretty cool looking vinyl. You can kind of see the sticker there. So tricolor vinyl. All right, and that was 40 on Blink-182. Great album by the Screaming Trees. This is Dust. Music on vinyl pressing. $30 on Screaming Trees Dust, featuring the late great Mark Lanigan. This features All I Know, Dying Days, Sworn and Broken. A great album by Screaming Trees. Really underrated. Alternative band from the Seattle scene in the late 80s and early 90s. This originally came out, I believe, in 96. This is a 2011 reissue originally, but has recently been repressed. Again, music on vinyl. I have this copy. It is excellent. $30 on Screaming Trees. Next up, we've got another, this was another Record Store Day release, $40 on Everlast. Whitey Ford Sings the Blues. As you can see, this was his second album, double LP, and again, this came out recently on a Record Store Day. I'm not sure. I think this is black vinyl. It doesn't specify. $40 on Everlast. Next up, we've got Mac Miller Faces, $50. This is the yellow vinyl edition, and I believe it is a triple LP. Might just be a double LP. No, it looks like a triple LP. It's hard to say, and it doesn't specify, and I don't remember offhand, but it feels thick enough to be a triple for sure. So, Faces by Mac Miller. This is the limited edition yellow vinyl, $50. Next up, we have Nikki Sixx from 6 a.m. Motley Crue and 6 a.m. $25. This is greatest hits from 6 a.m. 20 songs, new and unreleased tracks, limited edition. I think it's on like a red kind of swirl vinyl with some black in there. If you're a Crue or Nikki Sixx fan, definitely check this out. This is a double LP featuring a ton of tracks, which I'm not familiar with because I'm not familiar with this artist other than the fact that it's Nikki Sixx, right? So 6 a.m., but I know a lot of bands are. It's got a cool embossed cover as well. $25 colored vinyl on 6 a.m.'s hits. All right, Fleetwood Mac Rumors. This is the elusive 45 RPM Palace pressing, one of the best sounding records you will ever hear. In my opinion, it's one of the best sounding records in my collection. $50 on the double LP. Again, this is the 45 RPM Palace pressing. This is the made in Europe edition. Fantastic pressing, again, double LP. If you want to get the definitive version of Rumors, that is it. Next up, we have got David Gray's the best of David Gray, $30. This includes Babylon, Please Forgive Me, Sail Away, for the first time on vinyl, and two brand new tracks, Smoke Without Fire and Enter Lightly. 17 tracks in all. This was originally put out in 2016. This is a recent reissue, a European reissue. $30 on David Gray. Next up, we've got Opiate by Tool, $15 for Tool's debut EP. If you're not familiar with this, this predates Undertow when the band really broke through. Sweat, Hush, Part of Me, and then you've got live tracks, Cold and Ugly and Jerk Off, and the title track, Opiate, and a must-own if you're a Tool fan and you don't know that record. We have another Tool record. So again, if you need Opiate or you need Lateralis, make sure and specify when you fill out the claim form. $45 on Lateralis. This is the limited edition picture disc version. It is the only version of Lateralis that exist officially. They've never pressed it on standard vinyl. An absolute epic album featuring the title track and The Grudge and just an amazing track list of Tool songs. You definitely need this record if you're a Tool fan. It can be hit or miss sound-wise because it is a picture disc, but again, if you want to own it on vinyl, this is the only version that exists. Next up, Red Hot Chili Peppers' latest release, Unlimited Love. This is the indie exclusive on orange vinyl. $40 on this one. I'm actually really digging this album still. I haven't been a Chili Peppers fan in many years. I haven't listened to them really since Californication, but I felt obligated to listen to this record, and I am really enjoying it. I love the kind of harken back to their early sound. It reminds me a lot of Blood Sugar and Californication. I love Not the One. I like Poster Child. These Are the Ways is a cool song. One Way Traffic. It's a great album. Check it out. If you're a Chili Peppers fan, you'll dig it. And again, that was $40 on Chili Peppers. This is Ghost in the Machine by The Police, $35. This is the Abbey Road half-speed master version of an absolute classic. This is every little thing she does is magic, Invisible Sun. Just a great track list and a classic album. Again, half-speed remastered, $35 on The Police, Ghost in the Machine. All right, next up we have one of my favorite Pearl Jam albums. I think this was on my Desert Island video. $40 on No Code. This is recently reissued black vinyl. If you don't know this album, that's probably because it didn't have any hits on it, but it does have some amazing songs. It includes my favorite Pearl Jam song of all time, which is Present Tense. Also Hail Hail and In My Tree and Off He Goes and Around the Bend. It's a really diverse album. It is really a unique record in that they were branching out from their sound previously Before this was Vitology. Those first three records, 10 versus Vitology, were kind of straight ahead rock records, and they started to get experimental a little bit on this one with Jack Irons, originally the Red Hot Chili Peppers, on drums. So check out No Code if you're not familiar. Again, that's $40 on No Code. Really unique packaging. It's a huge fold-out gatefold with some inserted mock Polaroid photos. Really cool. Next up, Alice in Chains. This is the We Die Young limited edition release of the first studio EP, $20, black vinyl. This features 3 tracks: We Die Young, It Ain't Like That, and Killing Yourself. This was a Record Store Day exclusive, $20 on Alice in Chains, We Die Young. Next up, we have got Stone Free by Jimi Hendrix. This is $35. This is a really cool tribute compilation album. It's a double LP, was a Record Store Day exclusive from several years back. 2 LPs on clear black swirl vinyl. Also includes an etching on the foreside, which is really cool. A great track list. You've got The Cure, Buddy Guy, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, The Pretenders, Slash, Living Colour. Really, really cool stuff. If you're not familiar with this record, some great, unique takes on Hendrix classics. So check that out, $35 again, and it's on a beautiful, beautiful 2 LP set of clear swirl vinyl. Next up, a classic album from Dire Straits. This is $35 for Brothers in Arms. This is 180 gram audiophile quality, mastered from the original tapes, mastered from the original analog and digital masters by Bernie Grundman and Bob Ludwig. Lacquers cut by Chris Bellman and Bernie Grundman. So a really great pressing of Brothers in Arms, featuring Money for Nothing, featuring Walk of Life, just in the title track. Great album from a classic rock stadium filling band from the late 70s and early 80s. All right, next up we have Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. So again, I had Rumors, and now I've got Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. So make sure and specify, if you want one of these, which Fleetwood Mac you want. This is $25 for the Greatest Hits. 8 times platinum collection. This is recently reissued, and as you'd expect, Rhiannon, Don't Stop, Go Your Own Way, Gypsy, Dreams, Little Lies, all of the hits. $25, Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. Couple more and we're done. We've got a classic album by Metallica. We've got the Black Album for $30. This is 180 gram double LP remastered. This is the blackened reissue 2021. If you don't know this album, you should fix that. Enter Sandman and Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters. Incredible, incredible album. My son, who's 12, absolutely loves this record right now, and I love that. All right, what else do we have to finish it off? We got 2 more. We've got Tesla, $30 on Tesla. This is 5-man London Jam, black vinyl, celebrating the 30th anniversary of the 5-man acoustical jam. First ever live performance of California Summer Song, features Signs, Love Songs, and What You Give. Love Song and What You Give. So cool, cool live acoustic set from Tesla. $30 on Tesla. And last but not least, we are going to finish it with Tom Petty's Greatest Hits. $35 on Tom Petty's Greatest Hits. First time on vinyl, 180 gram, 2 LP set. American Girl and Breakdown, and Even the Losers, I Won't Back Down, Running Down a Dream, Mary Jane's Last Dance, which was recorded for the first time, the only time studio version on this, with original drummer Stan Lynch. That was his parting song before they did the swap and got the different drummer in there. So Tom Petty's Greatest Hits, $35. So there you go. I'm going to run through all of these really quickly here at the very end, so you can see the prices again to make sure that you know what you're claiming. Again, the faster you get in your claim, the better, because we process them based on the order that they come in. Again, ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale. Payment only via PayPal. US shipping only is $6. Local pickup is awesome. You can specify that on the form. And again, $100 or more, not $99. $100 or more before tax and shipping, and you get 20% off. And everyone who purchases anything is automatically going to get entered to win the $50 online gift card to ntxvinyl.com to purchase anything you want. that is the inaugural episode of Vinyl for Sale. I hope you enjoy this format. Planning to do it again, maybe on a weekly basis if everyone digs this. Would love your feedback on the format as well. And again, if you have any questions, the best way to reach us is orders@ntxvinyl.com. If you have questions about a specific album or about how this works, feel free to contact us. But orders@ntxvinyl.com is the best way to do that. Thanks as always for watching. Like I mentioned, I'm going to sign off, but then I'm going to go back through these really closely so you can see the prices again. As always, really appreciate the support here on the North Texas Vinyl channel. Talking about records is our main show, and now we're starting this one, which is Vinyl for Sale. So hope you dig it. We'll be back again soon with another episode, selling you some more records, and obviously more episodes talking about records. So can't thank you enough, and we'll see you next time. All right, running through these prices. Once again, we've got Sonic Temple, $40. We've got Zombie, $30. We've got Sabbath, Master of Reality, $35. Green Day Dookie, $25. Counting Crows, August and Everything After, $40. Stone Temple Pilots, Core, $40. STP, The Number 4, $40. Muse, Black Holes and Revelations, $25. Portishead Dummy, $30. Head in the Heart, Self-Titled, $30. Taylor Hawkins, Get the Money, $25. We have got Soundgarden, $35. That's King Animal. We have got Jane's Addiction, Ritual, $35. We have got Candlebox, Self-Titled on silver vinyl, $45. We have got the Cranberries, Remembering Dolores, $40. We have got Allman Brothers, Eat a Peach, $40. Blink-182, $40 on tricolor vinyl. Screaming Trees, Dust, $30. Everlast, Whitey Ford Sings the Blues, $40. Mac Miller's Faces, triple LP on yellow vinyl, $50. 6 AM Hits on red vinyl, $25. Fleetwood Mac 45 RPM Palace Pressing on $50. We have got David Gray's Best of, $30. Tool's Opiate, $15. Tool Lateralis, $45. Chili Peppers Unlimited Love Orange Vinyl, $40. We've got the Ghost in the Machine by the Police, the 45 half-speed mastering, and that one is $35. Pearl Jam No Code is $40. Alice in Chains We Die Young is $20. Jimi Hendrix Stone Free Tribute, $35. Dire Straits Brothers in Arms, $35. Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits, $25. Metallica Black Album, $30. Tesla's 5-man London Jam, $30. And Tom Petty's Greatest Hits, $35. Claim your albums at ntxvinyl.com/vinyl for sale.